guys, I pretty much can guarantee in 2018, if you're watching this video, you've seen a board just like this. You've seen a board that people go and push pin their business card in hopes of someone walking by that board would give it a call. And you know what? People wouldn't still be doing it if it didn't work, right? People wouldn't still be going around and doing this over and over all over town if it didn't have some result. And why does it have a result? Because when people put their cards up on these different cork boards, they put their phone number on there. And their phone number, if the person passing by is in need of, let's say, Pope's Plumbing, they may take that card or call that number or store that number in their cell phone. Now, in 2018, I don't believe this is the best way to market a business, but I think it goes to show us that if you put yourself out there, if you put a phone number out there, people will come. You know, like they say, if you build it, they will come, right? The same thing is true with marketing a business. Now, the interesting thing about that is most of these people that walk by these boards don't know these businesses from Adam. You know, they don't have any sort of background. They weren't necessarily referred. They're literally walking by and they say, you know what, I'm really in need of that. I'm going to call this person, right? I'm going to call this phone number. So it really all starts with a phone number. Without a phone number, these businesses could not be, contacted. So what separates you from putting a phone number out into the world and getting paid a little sliver to deliver it to a business and market for a business than just a business owner doing it, right? And the answer is nothing. And, it's funny because I have other boards. I mean, you guys have all seen these. You see a lot of realtors on these boards, but handymen and plumbers, electricians, roofers, you name it. People put themselves all over these boards with their phone numbers readily available so they can get phone calls, which are in turn leads. They're not doing this to get their face out there or branding. They're doing it because they want a phone call. They have a desire. They have a need for more customers, right? So every one of these people is a potential lead for what we do for businesses, right? And what we do is we buy our own phone number, right? I'm going to show you how to do that at the end of this video here. We buy our own phone number, and we use some really interesting techniques to get that phone number to ring. And I'm going to show you also at the end of this video how we're getting upwards of 6,000 phone calls a day, right? And I'm going to show you how you can do the same thing. So keep watching here. But look, it doesn't matter if it's the billboard, or excuse me, the cork board, or if it's the telephone pole. We've all seen this, right? Learn to salsa dance. $55 a month, phone number. Baseball card collection, phone number. Junk cars, phone number, right? Cash, the list goes on and on. They're all trying to get their phone to ring with a potential person who's driving by, right? Or in this case, they're walking by this cork board, right? In this restaurant or this grocery store or what have you. They're just trying to catch someone's eye to dial that number. Now, in 2018, it's nice because everyone has cell phones, right? So this type of marketing, it does in fact work. Otherwise, people wouldn't be doing it, right? Is it the most efficient? Probably not, right? Probably not, but it works. And so that just goes to show you even the most archaic ways of marketing, these pull tabs, you've seen them before, the most archaic ways of marketing to get a phone to ring still work, which in lies the opportunity for us. Now, we don't do the classified ads and the old newspaper stuff. That also still works, right? We don't even do the house signs in front of houses or the car wraps, right? You've seen these driving around. We do something that's, I believe, a lot smarter, and that's using the internet, using search, using the stuff where people are driving down these roads, the information highway, right? And they're able to type in plumber nearby, right? And hit some different phone numbers, right? Hit some different numbers of different places, or run into some of these websites or Yelps, right? We're using that highway instead of the highway of the local pizzeria. And the reason why this highway works so much better and is so much more efficient is a few things. The pizzeria or the grocery store closes at 9 o'clock, and so there's no more traffic, right? The pizzeria or the grocery store only has so many people walking, driving by, right? Same thing with the classified ads. Only so many people are picking that up, and then it gets thrown away. The pull tab, all of these are the same. Only so many cars are driving down this road, and for the certain cars to be driving down this road that are in need of salsa dancing, let's just say, this very niche service that people do buy, but it's slim to none. It's a very small amount of people. But when someone is actually typing in to the search engines, house cleaner near me or what have you, they're actually in need. So they're actually driving down a highway that they're looking for. So it'd be like you looking for a destination, okay, in a vehicle. You're looking for a destination and you going down house cleaner highway. And yes, there may be multiple phone numbers thrown in your face. But the bottom line is all the people driving down that road are looking to call a house cleaner and hire them, okay? And there's obviously a zillion different ways you could put zip codes in. There's a zillion different ways how people search for this stuff, which means there's a zillion different ways of how to get your phone number seen and how you can take that phone number and deliver it to a house cleaner that may be not understanding. Maybe it's a house cleaner that thinks this is the way that they get calls and they're struggling, right? And they don't understand this other highway that exists. Or maybe they know of this other highway, but they don't know how to be seen. They don't know how to get a phone number called, okay? Let me show you something here. Here's the last 30 days in 2018. We just took this shot today. The amount of inbound phone calls that are happening through our systems. Okay, and we have some outbound call stuff that happens too, but it's all triggered by an inbound email. So we'll get into that in later videos. But just imagine for a second that you understood how to generate calls for small businesses that are already trying to get calls, but just don't know how to, right? And listen, there's tons of them everywhere. I've just showed you a couple, right? Just showed you different places. It's endless opportunities. But just think for a minute with me and understand, like, what if you could just get $1 a call, $2 a call, $3 a call? Well, I don't know about you guys, but I've never logged onto the internet. Okay, I've never went onto Google and typed in a search, and the internet said we're closed for business, or Google said, hey, our hours are 9 to 5, and then the rest you don't get to get any information. The thing I love about the internet and this highway that we have access to for free, by the way, the thing I love about it is it's always open. It never sleeps, okay? So I want to be on a highway that never sleeps. I want to be on a highway where the people that are driving down my highway, right, when they're driving down my highway, they're looking for exactly what my highway is selling. They're not just randomly driving down a highway and then randomly going to buy salsa dance lessons, right? So if this is a business model, if you can see kind of what I'm alluding to, if you can see I guess the explosive nature of being able to own a phone number, being able to learn the skill set and the techniques of how to get that phone number ringing, which we're going to teach you inside of our coaching program, and then being able to lease that phone number out, being able to rent that phone number to these business owners who are in just this old school way of marketing, and they need more business. They need your help. But first, it all starts with understanding how you get seen, how you get on the highway. And this is just one highway of many, right? There's thousands upon thousands of different techniques that we use. But in the end of the day, if you can get a phone to ring for any type of service, any type of business, there's a value there for that business owner. Or maybe it's not the business owner that's killing it already. Maybe it's the business owner who just started business. Okay? I don't know if you listened to one of my interviews with a business owner that we deliver $3 phone calls to, okay, for their tow truck business. It's a really good interview. You can listen to the business owner. He says, look, when I get a $3 phone call, that turns into a $50 tow ride. And I spent $37,000 on my tow truck. And if my phone's not ringing, my tow truck's sitting there and I'm not able to make my payment, I'm not able to make my bills. It's a no-brainer for me to take extra calls from wherever I can get them. So if this business model interests you, if you can see the value of owning this digital real estate, this digital phone number that you can buy for literally next to nothing. You can get phone numbers for so inexpensive, $15, okay? If you can see the value of that and being able to go in and have a business that people are calling in each and every day, and you can set up invoicing where it automatically bills their card for each and every call that comes in. I can say, hey, I want $1 a call For every time this call comes in, I want $1 a call, right? Or every time this email gets submitted or a lead form gets submitted, I want $1 an email. Or maybe it's $10 a call for the right types of businesses. Or in some businesses I've heard, $50 a call because it's a very high ticket service, right? The bottom line is you have to first learn the skill set. You have to first understand that there is an opportunity here to be able to get your beak wet and take a little sliver to deliver by helping businesses grow and helping them succeed by getting themselves on more virtual cork boards.